Long years ago, it was year 1881. On the banks of river Ganga, there lived a young boy. His name was Narendra. He joined Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as his disciple, grew up to become Vivekananda, and the rest is history. Similarly, it was year 1963 in the United States of America, based on the incident of Rosa Parks. There was another gentleman. His name was Martin Luther King Jr. As a consequence of what had happened to Rosa Parks, he called upon the entire marginalized community of the United States of America, standing at the threshold of the statue of Abraham Lincoln, address the gathering. From the former story, we got to understand that it took one man to empower another person, and this person moved the masses, and they went on to script a new history in India. In the latter story, we got to understand there was this one man, by moving with the masses, he empowered the entire marginalized community, and they, in return, changed the course of American history. And today, ladies and gentlemen, India as a nation has a population which today is the world's largest, wherein 27% of this population is a youth population. Most of us here, or the people in the 27% category, are those people who are living in the age group of 15 to 30 years of age. And the task ahead of us is to empower this youth one step at a time. And hence, this is where I intend to come in, ladies and gentlemen. It was during the initial days of the pandemic, I had initiated a small peer group consisting of 4 members, wherein all that we did was come together, discuss on matters pertaining to public policy, solution-driven discussions on various simulations, and just keep the peer group active. With the due course of time, we had some more youngsters joining in. They came up with an entrepreneurial mindset. And they were like, sir, this is a good concept, so we need to brand this, we need to capitalize on this. And with time, we had some more people bringing in culture and art inside. And they diversified the entire concept. And with time, when we realized what started as a 4-member group, we saw that we were now running in 3 digits. And just when we thought as the first wave of the pandemic was coming to its conclusion, we thought that, okay, let us wind up our operations and move on with our professional lives. But nature had its own plans for us. The second wave erupted. The more ruthless, the more horrendous, and the more devastating wave, to be very honest, ladies and gentlemen. So we thought that, okay, we have to do something for the nature, Mother Nature, that had untangled so many opportunities for us. And we thought we will do a small relief disaster work or something of that sort. And initially, we planned to operate in 2 cities across India, but with the love, support, and the encouragement we got from the society, we ended up doing it in 7 cities across India, all the way from Siliguri in the northeast to Bengaluru down south. And that is when I thought that, okay, this is not an ordinary thing. It is the act of providence, and hence we have to make it more serious and work on this and make it more concrete. And that is when I had to face the test of society. They asked me, Naman, are you going to build a team of high school students and undergraduate students? I said, yes, what's wrong? The caveats were issued. Naman, remind you that they are indisciplined people. Caveat number 1. Naman, remind you that they're immature people. Caveat number 2. Naman, remember that they are people who lack wisdom. Then, I asked myself some questions. What was the age of Adi Shankara when he traveled all the way from Kerala to Kashmir, not once, not twice, but 4 times, that too barefoot? What was the age of Chandragupta Maurya when he became the founding monarch of the Mauryan Empire, and which went on to become one of the largest dynasties to have ever ruled over India? What was the age of Swami Vivekananda when he addressed the World Parliament of Religions at Chicago? What is the age of Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai when she died or martyred in the battlefield of Gwalior? What was the age of Shahid Bhagat Singh when he was hanged to death in the galleons of Lahore? So if your argument is youth is indisciplined, isn't this the right time to give them the right focus? Because, ladies and gentlemen, what is that one fundamental difference between a person to person? What is that one fundamental thing that makes a strong person, a weak person, a weak person? What is that one fundamental thing that makes the strong person more stronger and a weak person more weaker? Isn't it the power of discipline bestowed within each and every individual? Isn't it the power of commitment, ladies and gentlemen? And now coming to your second argument, the second caveat. They are unwise people. Let us again look into the legacy of our great past, our glorious past. The same names that I cited a few seconds ago. Gautama, Mahavira, Adi, Shankara, Vivekananda, I can go on. What is the message that they left behind, ladies and gentlemen? That the wisdom of the highest order has been untangled by the youth force, ladies and gentlemen, has been untangled by the youth force. And hence I stand here today to advocate that fact that according to you, youth may not be an authority to reckon with. But certainly, ladies and gentlemen, youth force is a symbol of power, potency. And hence, I stand here today with a determination and a willpower to normalize that insanity which exists amongst the youth power of this country. And I stand here today with a determination to provide a platform which can be the voice of the madness. And that madness which is hungry for innovation, that madness which is hungry for reformation, that madness which is hungry for a revolution, that madness which is hungry for progress, and that madness which is hungry for growth. And by doing all this, what is that I achieved? Or what is that I intend to achieve? To those people who are feeling strangled when the mic was being given to them, today have gone on to become presidents of their university student unions and head boys and head girls, untangled the power of speech. To those people who did not know the ABCD of how democratic institutions function, have prepared research reports, and these research reports have been cited in the powerhouse of India, untangled the power of research. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, what I saw for myself is that every crisis untangles an opportunity. So whenever there is a storm, whenever there is a calamity, the youth of this nation, the youth force, should not hide under the huts, but should rather confront this crisis head-on, leading the way and show the world that victory lies ahead of the mountains. But unfortunately, we live in that society, we live in that ecosystem, wherein 3 C's, character, credibility, and credentials, are strongly dependent on the polish we possess from the outside and not the shine we have from the inside. The educational institution we go to, the education qualifications we have, the alma mater we belong to. But rather, ladies and gentlemen, don't you think that we need to untangle that education system which promotes leadership, untangle that education system which promotes capacity building, untangle that system which promotes character building, value education, moral education? And this madness, ladies and gentlemen, this madness, this kind of a system should not just exist in the urban ecosystem. This kind of a vision, this kind of a motivation, this kind of insanity should rise from the cottages of the farmers, the huts of the fishermen, the cobbler, the sweeper, and the tribals of India, ladies and gentlemen. It should not just be restricted to this boundary, this framework. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, to those people whom you consider as great legends, to those people whom you consider as inspiration, what is that power that these legends have? What is that power that these inspirational people have? If they are a good singer, dancer, speaker, books they write, the laws they pass, the way they play their sport, all this composes of only 1/3 of their character. But their personality is other 2/3. Krushi unte manushulu rushulavtaru, mahapurushulavtaru, tarataraniki tarige velugavtaru is a famous saying. So on that note, my dear friends, I stand here before you to never compromise on your dream. Let us break the cages of that system that unleashes the power in you to think beyond that system which promotes you or provokes you to just invest your youth energy, invest your youth dynamism, invest your youth power into a particular examination or a test, etc., etc. Use your youth energy into multiple diversities that this land has to offer. By saying all this, let me remind you, I am not against those people who are sincerely or putting all efforts in cracking these examinations. I am not against you people. It is my sincere prayer with all humility that, ladies and gentlemen, those who are preparing for these examinations, may more power be bestowed to you. May there be more power, because you people are going to become the greatest job seekers. You people are going to become greatest job seekers, no doubt about that. But the last benchers are going to become the job creators. And with all humility in my command, I want to state here on record today that we as a nation require more last benchers than we ever require the first benchers. And look at the pace at which India is growing. Every day, ladies and gentlemen, we have 80 startups being registered. In total, we have 80,000 odd startups in India, and only 107 of it are unicorns. So gone are the days, ladies and gentlemen, when we were admiring the bullet trains of other countries. The time has come where Vande Bharat Express now stands at your railway platform. So board the train before it's too late, and let us build a new nation, a new society to empower the youth. And in that note, my simple message to the youth community is to keep dreaming. Keep dreaming, keep dreaming, keep dreaming. The society here that exists will start criticizing you. Keep dreaming until then. Keep dreaming until you're questioned for your beliefs. Keep dreaming, because this is the society which takes great pleasure in sabotaging you for their own personal gains. But keep dreaming, because dreams one day turn out or manifest into reality. Until then, keep dreaming, because the thin line of difference between a dream and procrastination is that dream is something, ladies and gentlemen, a dream is something that shall flow into your bloodstream, shall become a part of your veins, giving you the nerves of steel, muscles of iron, inside of which dwells the spirit of willpower. Inside of which dwells the spirit of willpower of the same material that the thunderbolt is made of, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I'd like to conclude my speech.